I put it on the grass, but the grass is damp. Ooh, these mosquitoes. Thursday, May 28th, 2026. It is the 21st hour, 15th minute Eastern Standard Time. I thought I'd let you all in on the sounds of nature up here in northern Canada. I've already recorded plenty of this on my voice memo tracks. I was thinking of splicing it into some music perhaps. The sounds tend to vary depending on what time it is, but right now, from here, you can't really hear the crickets I was listening to when I was in the front yard, but I don't want to grant the public internet any landmark location identifiers, so I might just keep a guitar along with the sounds of the crickets. I won't be this far back in the backyard. Hashtag hot mulligan. But I'll be somewhere where it'll be audible. I've already tested the different quadrants of my location. That stream is nice though. I wonder if you can hear the crickets at all. I'll keep it down and I'll set this up. I'm going to monitor the bush and I don't know, maybe entertain you with some movements, some self-care, some berry eating, but for the most part I'm going to be being quiet so that we can record the sounds of nature together. Hashtag, or you can paint them. Hashtag Bob Ross. He was a drill sergeant before he became a painter. Or maybe he was painting all along, but he was a drill sergeant for 20 years. And I think that was one of his reasons and motivations to speak as soft as he did. I guess he got tired of yelling at everybody. That's good though. You gotta know how to do that as a human. You gotta know how to bark up. Keep it in control, of course. It's too bad I can't take you too far or too much further on the property. I was spotting some forage treasure. I'm going to let it grow a bit and then I'm going to gather some herbs and such soon enough. I've been fortunate enough to spot some turkey tail mushroom. It might be birch polypore. I'm not certain, but I think it's turkey tail. I'll have to get my identifier out. I think I've also found some cleavers. The dandelions are coming up. That's good. You don't need the flowers themselves. You can just grab the leaves. Got some vitamin K in there. It's pretty good for you. What I love about where I live is even though sometimes you can hear people's dirt bikes in the background and vehicles, for the most part, what fills the acoustic space of my backyard is sounds of streams, birds, crickets, and more. So for now, I'll let you enjoy that. I'm probably going to do a little bit of movement, but I won't be out here much longer. The mosquitoes know I'm here. They've been investigating me, but because of the way I eat, there's certain foods, I'll have to look it up, but because of some of what I eat, I naturally repel them. However, they're still hungry, right? So eventually they'll break through that barrier and get my blood one way or another. That's the mosquitoes I'm talking about. Just a side note, because I was thinking, win or lose against a king in a sword fight, you're still going to come out on top. Like, that's a pretty epic thing to put on your epitaph, died by a king or was a king. Either way, it's pretty cool. Try to say something like, "Where are you watching from today?" Hey, I like this. It's like I've got an AI assistant. I appreciate that. I'm just going off the cuff, as they say, just making it up as I go. I practice writing and speaking regularly, so I don't really need a teleprompter, but it's handy to have something pop up and suggest whatever to you. I hear some vehicles, so I'm going to have to patrol the perimeter, but I'm going to put you down, let you listen to nature. I'll come back to entertain you in a moment. It is 9:21 Eastern Standard Time, Northern Canada, the Arctic region. It's still kind of cold, but I'm in shorts anyway, because you know what? I've been inside for fucking 6 months. For 6 fucking months. I hope that's good for you. Oh, keep that off. Alrighty, that's just the neighbor. You never know, especially when you're a target of gang stalking. You gotta be sure, investigate the perimeter. And that's good even if you're not. There we go. Oh my god, I'm getting hungry now. After talking about those herbs. Those mushrooms. I think I might have spotted chaga not too far from the property as well. I'll have to do a little hike tomorrow. Mama. I won't really be able to see when I'm on here unless I flip it. There we go. Probably not as good of quality picture-wise, but at least I have a reference. Which, doing it the other way where you don't have the visual reference can be good for exercising the connection between your mind's eye. And such. What's up, everybody? Can you hear them all? Unstable connection. Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah. Oh, the mosquitoes. That's why I gotta be slightly covered up here. I haven't done this hand whistle thingy for a while. Let's see if I remember. It's just my hands. I'm going to talk under the volume of nature's symphony out here. But I sometimes might toot my horn, maybe blow on a blade of grass. That one wasn't very good. A nature stream from northern Canada discussing foraging and mushrooms. I most certainly was. Good job, AI. Apparently the Pope's against AI. I don't know if it's good or bad or both, but probably both. Like if humans made it, we're dualistic, so. Is it channeling esoteric beings? Perhaps. Who created who? I do actually appreciate AI though. It's a great assistant. It doesn't smell like anything. You know, that's a bonus. You don't have to share your food with AI. Scent. Peach? Or is that an orange? Sure. F-U-X woke. Fucks woke. Oh my god. I was fucking around with some yoga in the basement before I decided to come out and listen to all this. And I figured out a way to get my rotations like much more efficient. It was based on some like Tai Chi slash Qigong exercise I was doing where, you know, you kind of just flap your arms like that. But every now and again, I'll let them flail as I move my body with it. And that's when I launch with the board. It's easier to see when I'm standing up. But so there's the regular way. And then you take it a step further by twisting with it, but launching your arms. And then so the mosquitoes, I don't know if you can see, they're heavily interested in me because I do have a little scent of cologne on here. But my diet like repels them from biting me. But they'll still go for a nibble eventually, like they're starving. They flew all the way from those trees over there to come bite me. Imagine that, taking all that distance behind you and then not being hungry or not being able to eat what you thought you could. They must be pissed off. They must have to burn a lot of energy. So far, so good on the stream. No interference. We got 1 like, thank you. I'm winning when it's only me who likes it. If I get any others, those are bonuses. Thank you. Just stretching out my toes. Unstable stream connection. I wasn't saying much anyways. Just stretching out my toes and such. Just because you don't see what I'm doing doesn't mean I'm doing nothing. I'm going to put my attention on the perimeter real quickly. As I've said, I am targeted by multiple groups from near, multiple groups from near, and multiple groups from afar. And they like to go in those bush lines and sometimes fire guns to scare me. It doesn't work anymore, so they try to scare me. But I should still put my attention there. There's people living in the woods too, like in the ground in the woods in bunkers. They say they make it through the entire winter. I know it's possible, but my God. Okay, the mosquitoes are interested in my eyeball now. Normally on this stream you can find me vlogging, engaging in hobbies and such. Talking about the self-care while I do the self-care. Something goes in, something comes out. I wonder if you can hear the crickets. Can you hear the crickets? The neighbors are watching me through the window. They'll get bored of that eventually. They're probably wondering who I'm talking to. Mainly because they're older than me. I think they're like Gen X or boomers or something. But they should figure it out. Like, what do they think I'm talking to? The stick? It's leaning against my stick, which is not as polished as this. But I've got some brass copper wiring around it, dug into the ground with an antenna on top. That was my first prototype for this. I might come up with a second one this year. Over the past few years with gardening, I've mostly been experimenting as to where, what can grow the best, and etc. I've also been foraging the area, and I've learned that if you dig like anywhere around here, you're gonna find food. There's parsnips in the ground, there's dandelions, cleavers over there. I think we got some stinging nettle coming up at another patch I was looking at. There's some rhubarb that's up. And we've had a late spring too. It didn't really start until Gemini season. You wouldn't think much would be growing, but just like a week of warmer weather seems to be all it takes. It's been up and down, but it's getting warmer. That's what matters. The pickerel run's going to be a little late. Typically, they don't bite, and this is a secret. Typically, they don't come out for like their big hunt until the dandelions in your area have pollinated. Until they turn white. Then they'll be biting. They'll still bite before, but they'll bite like crazy around then. Pickerels don't actually bite though, they kind of... So they're not like nibbling at it when they're down there, eh? They're not like, No, they're... We're talking about how fish eat, everybody. I wonder what AI is going to say. Anyway, I'm going to patrol the perimeter real quickly here. Oh, I've been laying on that. we go. You can see the moon pretty decently on the south end. Maybe I'll show it later tonight. It's nearly full. I believe it's in Scorpio right now. Dealing with some Pluto energy, some underworld treasures. What do you got? What have you done with your time alone? And perhaps in sadness or grief of some sort, maybe anger. Did you learn how to metal scream and in a safe way? No. I'm not going to say too much about one of the projects I have kind of just on paper for now. I've got a whole bunch of ideas I want to start putting together, and one of them is going to be something that, and I'll only give you a clue. When this particular individual hears the name of the company I'm going to come up with, I think once he realizes it's a heliograph, which are two words that sound like another, or any words that sound like other words, not synonyms, but heliographs. I believe that's what they're called. I think he's gonna appreciate it. That person, that individual, is Andy Anderson. The only other clue I'll say is once I start this company, it's going to be from the ground up, and I'll build on it as it goes. One of the competitions will be for like gear and money within the guilds. And one example of a challenge could be, if you're riding a board, can you also do the L-sit? I would do it for you, but like you're right there. I don't want to kick you, but if you could do the L-sit on your board for 8 seconds, maybe that's worth some cash in the deck or something. Oh, my roommate is now home. I'll take you out again pretty soon. It is going up on 9:39 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Subscribe for more outdoor music content /vlogs and more.